Hi guys, welcome back to various tutorials. In today's episode, we're looking at Tourism Unit 2. We're still continuing with Module 2, which is entitled Marketing. And in today's episode, we'll be exploring distribution channels. Stay tuned. Tourism Unit 2, and we're looking at Module 2, which is entitled Marketing. And in today's episode, we're looking at Content 5, which has to do with distribution channels. Now, let's take a look at our focus points. We'll be looking at a definition of the key concept. We'll also be exploring the categories of distribution channels. We're going to look at types of traditional distribution channels and also types of contemporary distribution channels. Now, your learning target by the end of this session, you should be able to discuss the distribution channels. Now, let us set the foundation. And in setting today's foundation, we're going to look at the definition of distribution channel. What comes to mind when you hear about distribution channel? That image on your screen, that diagram, is it able to shed some light on what you think distribution channel is? Right? All right, let us take a look. Now, a distribution channel is a chain of businesses or intermediaries through which a good or service passes until it reaches the end customer. Right? Let's go again. A distribution channel is a chain of businesses or intermediaries through which a good or services passes until it reaches the customer, right? And further on in today's session, we're going to look at who are intermediaries. Good. Now, it includes wholesalers, retailers, distributors, and even the internet. Now, guys, let us look at understanding the distribution channel. Now, channels are broken into direct and indirect forms. Now, first, let us look at the direct forms. Now, a direct channel allows the customer to buy the goods from the manufacturer, right? So the customer buys the goods directly from the manufacturer. Good. Now, the indirect channel allows the consumer to buy the good from a wholesaler or a retailer. Now, in the indirect channel, you'll have the wholesaler or the retailer buying from the manufacturer, and then the consumer now would make that purchase from the wholesaler or the retailer, right? So in the indirect channel, there has to be an intermediary. Good. So the intermediary is basically the middleman between the producer or the manufacturer and the consumer. Now, guys, let us look at the categories of distribution channels. There are two categories. There is traditional and also contemporary. Now, let us look at them in details. Now, examples of traditional distribution channels includes tourism wholesalers, tour operators, travel agents, consolidators, charter brokers, reservation systems, and also visitor information center. And we're kicking things off by looking at intermediaries, right? Now, traditional distribution channels refers to the physical dissemination of goods as it moves from the manufacturer to consumer by intermediaries. Now, who are the intermediaries? Intermediaries are the middleman, right? They are individuals who put the buyer and the seller together without taking ownership of the product, service, or property. They act as the go-betweens. Good. Now, let us look at the roles of tourism intermediaries. And we're speaking of the general rules now, right? Now, they act as a broker or middleman between the tourist and the suppliers. So, for example, travel agents or tour guides are examples of intermediaries. Good. They improve distribution channels and create markets by bringing buyers and sellers together. Packages the main elements of a tourist trip. A single product in a convenient manner. Good. So very important. They also package the main elements of a tourism trip into a single product in a convenient manner. And lastly, they undertake market research, information dissemination, and customer focused data collection for suppliers. All right. Now, let us look in details at the different types of traditional distribution channels. And the first one we're starting off with is tourism wholesalers. Now, who is a tourism wholesaler? Or who are tourism wholesalers? Right? A tourism wholesaler supplies to retail travel agents. They do not sell directly to customers. Tour wholesalers operate in a very similar way to wholesalers in industries. They package products together. Tourism operators are able to achieve lower prices because of the volume of business and exposure the tourism wholesalers generate. All right. Now, the next traditional distribution channel is tour operators. Who are tour operators? Tour operators function as intermediaries. So remember, intermediaries are the middleman. They connect the buyer and the seller together, right? Now, tour operators function as intermediaries in the tourism distribution system, linking producers and customers. Their expertise in packaging tourism products allows for more offerings to a wide range of tourists. The tour operator is a person or organizations who creates the package. Good. A travel agent is then used to sell the package holiday. Good. So what the tour operator does is to put the packages together. So whatever products they combine, and then the travel agent now is responsible for selling those particular packages or package holidays, as we may call them. All right. Now, the next is travel agency. A travel agency's main function is to sell travel products and services on behalf of a supplier. Consequently, unlike the retail businesses, they do not keep any stock in hand. A package holiday or a ticket is not purchased from a supplier unless the customer requests the purchase, right? So there's nothing on hand as it relates to the travel agency. As soon as a customer makes a purchase, then they will go ahead and book that package holiday. The holiday or ticket is supplied to them at a discount and profits. Therefore, the difference between the advertised price, which the customer pays, and the discounted price at which it is supplied to the agent is known as the commission. Good. Now, the next distribution channel that falls on the traditional channels are consolidators. Who is a consolidator? A consolidator is a type of air travel wholesaler. Travel consolidators are high volume ticket bookers for discount flights, right? They purchase large volumes of flight tickets and sell them to customers for a lower price than the airline's published fare. Some consolidators are online ticket specialists like Expedia.co and also Travelocity. Expedia is the largest of the travel consolidators. It offers discounts tickets with hundreds of airlines. right? There's also cheapfare.com, and I know that you may be able to also name a few for yourselves. All right. Now, the next is charter broker. Just as with brokers in other industry, charter brokers act as middlemen between operators and customers. When a customer calls a charter broker to book a flight, the broker is tasked with finding aircraft options for that customer, typically based on price point or aircraft preference. They score the network of charter operators for available aircrafts. Once they have quotes from charter operators, the broker adds a standard commission to the quoted price and delivers the new marked up price to the customer. Good? Now it's time to look at reservation systems. Reservation systems refers to the medium where transactions related to air travel, hotels, car rentals, or other activities are booked for multiple airlines and other tourism businesses that require special reservations. There's also the visitor information centers. Now, a tourist information center providing visitors to a location with information on the area's attributes, lodging, maps, and other items relevant to tourism. Now, often these centers are operated at the airports or other port of entry by the local government or the Chamber of Commerce. So, as the name suggests, visitor information centers, what their main role is to provide the tourists of information, provide them with information on the particular destination with maps, lodging, attraction areas, etc. All right, guys, now let's turn our attention to the contemporary distribution channels, right? And there are two. There's e-marketing and also social media. Now, let's kick things off with social media. Social media marketing is the use of social media platforms and websites to promote a product or service. Although the term e-marketing and digital marketing are still dominant in academia, social media marketing is becoming more popular, right? So you may think of these sites, you may think of even Facebook. You may think of Instagram, where persons have their business pages and they will market their product, right? Now, e-marketing or electronic marketing are also known as internet marketing, web marketing, digital marketing, or online marketing. E-marketing is the process of marketing a product or service using the internet. E-marketing not only includes marketing on the internet, but also includes marketing done via email, wireless media. It uses a range of technologies to help connect business to their customers, right? So how many times have you seen a text message on your phone of something advertising for a particular business? Or you may be just checking your email and at the side you may see some advertisements pop up there, even here on YouTube, right? You may be watching a particular video and then you see ads as well, right? Now that all of those has to do are examples of e-marketing. Good. Now we're at the question. Identify 3 types of intermediaries. 3 marks. Remember, intermediaries are the middleman between the buyer and the producer, right? Good. Describe 3 general roles of intermediaries. And finally, outline the role of the following types of intermediaries in the tourism industry. We have tour operators and also travel agents. You're awesome. You've made it to the end of the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and also share with persons who you know will find this information useful. Thank you for making it Fairies Tutorials.